Hey, I'm Jonathan, and if you've been hearing about this 3D to 5D shift, New Earth, and you're not sure what to make of it, maybe it sounds like a spiritual hype or just another internet buzzword, well, then this one is for you. Because what we're talking about isn't escaping reality, performing spirituality, or pretending life always feels good. It's actually something deeply human and part of a natural unfolding. This shift isn't something to achieve, it's something to allow. And it often begins with one quiet decision to choose awareness over fear. What is 3D versus 5D without all the fluff? Let's start with this. 3D isn't bad, it's just how we were wired when survival was in charge. Your nervous system does its job, it protects, it reacts, it defends. You might notice yourself shutting down, overthinking, feeling tense, and that's not failure. That's your system trying to protect you, even if the threat isn't real anymore. In neuroscience, this is the amygdala activating. In lived experience, it's the part of you that just is just trying to get through the day. 5D, in contrast, isn't about floating into bliss. It's about what becomes available when your body feels safe enough to respond instead of react. You pause, you breathe, you come back into your body, and suddenly there's space to choose, not from panic, but from presence. This isn't a mystical state you have to chase. It doesn't require you to prove anything or perform, just to be with what's real in the moment. When your prefrontal cortex comes online, you access clearer thinking, emotional regulation, and deeper connection. Sometimes just one breath or one moment of awareness can reconnect you with what matters most. Whether you call it awakening, evolution, or growth, this isn't about climbing towards something better. You're not climbing a ladder to get somewhere new. You're peeling back the layers to reveal what's always been true. And even if it feels messy, even if you're still learning how to pause, that doesn't mean you're behind. You're not being tested, you're being invited again and again to remember who you are beneath the fear. And this part is science too, a nervous system shift. So here's a metaphor that might help. When you're in 3D, it's like your system is in low power mode. You conserve energy by reacting on autopilot, just trying to survive. But when you notice what's happening, when you breathe, even just for a moment, more clarity, calm, and connection can come online. That's not spiritual performance, it's nervous system truth. And the more often you return to awareness, the more your system learns that presence is safe. And no one gets this right all the time. You may have moments where you react quickly, especially when you feel uncertain, unsafe, or overwhelmed. And that doesn't mean that you're failing, it means that you're human. Even fear is just part of you trying to protect what matters. You don't have to silence it, you don't have to follow it. Growth isn't always about staying in alignment. It's about noticing when you've left and gently returning again and again. Here's a little toolkit that you can use when fear shows up and you're not sure how to move forward. You might try asking, what version of me does this moment want to awaken? What what's actually happening and what story is fear trying to tell me? And is this the story I want to feed or the one I'm ready to retire? What would presence or truth do right now? So, this isn't about spiritual perfection. Sometimes choosing to pause is the win. What if you're skeptical, tired, or still reacting? Then you're in the perfect place because this shift doesn't require certainty, it just asks for curiosity. And if you've felt frozen lately, unable to act, or unsure what to believe, please know that that's not laziness or failure. That's a nervous system pause, and you can move again at the pace of safety. This path is for people who are still healing, still remembering, still choosing, not to bypass fear, but to gently stop letting it lead. So if you ever pause before reacting, If you've ever noticed an old story running the show, or if you've ever softened when part of you wanted to spiral, you're already in it. You're not broken, you're not behind, and you haven't missed anything. The shift isn't out there, it's right here in you. It arrives in the breath you just took, in the story you're gently rewriting, in the moment you decide to stop arguing with reality and start meeting it with presence. If this resonated with you, even just a little bit, well, then trust that it wasn't just for you. Feel free to share it, comment, subscribe, not because you should, but because someone else might be right on the edge of remembering too. And before you scroll away, take one more breath. That breath isn't proof that you figured it out all out. It's proof that you're still here, still unfolding, still choosing the next moment with love.